As many of you may know, Hamill has been vocal about his opinions on the movie in the past, and it's been a few years since its release. But that doesn't mean we can't have a little fun revisiting his thoughts on the film. So sit back, relax, and let's dive in with a humorous and lighthearted approach. First off, Mark Hamill and The Last Jedi. Mark Hamill is an American actor, voice actor, and writer who has had a long and successful career in the entertainment industry. He first gained widespread fame in the 1970s when he was cast as Luke Skywalker in the original Star Wars trilogy, which catapulted him to international stardom. Throughout his career, Hamill has appeared in numerous films and television shows, including The Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Kingsman: The Secret Service, The Flash, and Justice League. He has also lent his voice to numerous animated series and video games, including the Joker in Batman the Animated Series, the Claw in Samurai Jack, and the Joker in the Arkham series of video games. In the Star Wars franchise, Hamill plays the role of Luke Skywalker, a powerful Jedi Knight who is instrumental in the defeat of the evil Empire and the restoration of peace to the galaxy. In the original trilogy, we see Luke's journey from a humble farm boy on Tatooine to a fully trained Jedi Knight, fighting alongside his friends and allies to defeat Darth Vader and the Empire. In The Last Jedi, Hamill reprises his role as Luke Skywalker and plays a crucial role in the story. The film picks up where The Force Awakens left off, with the Resistance fighting against the First Order and Rey, Daisy Ridley, seeking out Luke Skywalker to help her understand the true power of the Force. When Rey finally tracks down Luke on the remote island of Ahch-To, she finds him living in isolation, having abandoned his role as a Jedi Knight. Rey is determined to convince Luke to train her in the ways of the Force and help her defeat the First Order, but he initially resists, believing that the Jedi Order should come to an end. As the film progresses, we see Luke come to terms with his past mistakes and eventually agree to train Rey in the ways of the Force. Alongside his old friend, General Leia Organa, Carrie Fisher, Luke helps the Resistance mount a final stand against the First Order, ultimately sacrificing himself in the process. In The Last Jedi, Hamill delivers a powerful and emotional performance as the iconic character of Luke Skywalker, bringing the character's arc full circle and providing a fitting send-off for the beloved character. Despite his tragic end, Luke remains a symbol of hope and inspiration for the Resistance, and his legacy lives on in the hearts of fans around the world. So what were Hamill's initial thoughts on The Last Jedi? Mark Hamill, best known for his role as Luke Skywalker in the Star Wars franchise, was initially hesitant about some of the creative decisions made in The Last Jedi, the 8th installment in the series. In an interview with ABC News, Hamill shared his initial concerns with the direction of his character. "I said to Rian Johnson, the director, I said, Jedis don't give up. I mean, even if he had a problem, he would maybe take a year to try and regroup. But if he made a mistake, he would try and right that wrong," Hamill said. So right there, we had a fundamental difference. But it's not my story anymore. It's somebody else's story, and Rian needed me to be a certain way to make the ending effective. Hamill also expressed frustration with the portrayal of Luke in the film, stating that it was not the character he had known and loved for decades. "I pretty much fundamentally disagree with every choice you've made for this character," Hamill said in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter. "Now, having said that, I have gotten it off my chest, and I'll sit back and love whatever you do." Despite his initial reservations, Hamill ultimately supported the film and praised the direction of Johnson. "I still haven't accepted it completely, but it's only a movie," Hamill said in an interview with the New York Times. "I hope people like it. I hope they don't get upset. And I came to really believe that Rian was the exact man they needed for this job." Despite his critiques, Hamill was initially hesitant to express his thoughts publicly out of respect for the filmmakers and his fellow cast members. In an interview with USA Today, Hamill admitted to being initially worried about the response his comments might receive. "I had to bite my tongue because I was afraid to be critical, because I didn't want people to think I was being a whiner or a brat because I was so lucky to be in that movie," Hamill said. However, Hamill eventually decided to speak out about his concerns to give his honest opinion about the film. "I'm not going to be a faker," Hamill said in an interview with The Washington Post. "I'm going to tell the truth because I love this character and I think the people deserve the truth. I think it's the least they can expect." In the end, The Last Jedi received critical acclaim and was a financial success, grossing over $1.3 billion worldwide. Hamill's performance as Luke Skywalker was praised by audiences and critics alike, and the film solidified its place as a beloved entry in the Star Wars franchise. Despite his initial hesitation, Hamill's willingness to express his thoughts and concerns ultimately contributed to the success of the film. So, time has changed Hamill's perspective, but not a lot. This past week marked the 5th anniversary of the premiere of Star Wars: The Last Jedi in movie theaters. Rian Johnson is the director of the film, which has become the most controversial installment of the entire Star Wars saga. The movie received a score of 91% on Rotten Tomatoes, indicating that reviewers were extremely positive about it. However, the audience score was just 42% due to significant review bombing. Many people took to social media to celebrate the film, which many people consider to be the best of the Disney era. This was done in commemoration of the movie's anniversary. On Twitter, one of Mark Hamill's fans posed the question to him, "Has your opinion on the movie changed at all?" The actor had already discussed how Luke Skywalker's journey in the movie is a reflection of his own life, and he has stated that he wasn't a fan of the character's path at first, but that his opinion changed when he saw the completed movie. He tweeted a response saying, "A bit. That's all he said, so don't look for more." The positive impact of The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi, the 8th installment in the Star Wars franchise, has had a significant positive impact on the franchise and its fan base. One of the most notable ways in which The Last Jedi has had a positive impact is through its diverse cast. The movie features a more diverse and representative cast than any previous Star Wars film, including actors of different racial and ethnic backgrounds and more prominent roles for women. This increased diversity not only reflects the real world more accurately, but also allows for a wider range of perspectives and experiences to be represented within the Star Wars universe. In addition to its diverse cast, The Last Jedi also brings important themes of hope and resilience to the table. Throughout the movie, the characters face difficult challenges and setbacks, but they continue to persevere and strive for a better future. These themes of hope and resilience are particularly relevant in today's world, and they serve as a powerful message for audiences of all ages. The Last Jedi has received overwhelmingly positive feedback and accolades from both critics and audiences. It has a 92% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, with many praising its impressive visual effects and compelling characters and emotional depth. The movie has also been nominated for several awards, including Best Visual Effects at the Academy Awards. Overall, The Last Jedi has had a positive impact on the Star Wars franchise and its fan base through its diverse cast, themes of hope and resilience, and positive feedback and accolades. Its success serves as a testament to the enduring appeal of the Star Wars universe and the enduring power of its themes and characters. And finally, is Rian Johnson still making a Star Wars trilogy? Yes, Rian Johnson is still making a Star Wars trilogy. The news of his involvement in a new Star Wars trilogy was first announced back in November 2017, and it's been a long journey since then. For those who may not be familiar, Rian Johnson is a filmmaker best known for directing and writing the critically acclaimed film Looper and the 8th episode of the Star Wars saga, The Last Jedi. When it was announced that he would be helming a new Star Wars trilogy, fans were excited to see what he had in store for the beloved franchise. However, as time went on, there were fewer and fewer updates on the status of Johnson's trilogy. Some fans began to worry that the project had been abandoned or that it was facing delays. But fear not, Star Wars fans, it seems that Rian Johnson is still very much involved in the development of his Star Wars trilogy. In a recent interview, Johnson revealed that he's been working on the project for a while and that it's still very much alive. While he didn't provide any specific details on what we can expect from the trilogy, Johnson did say that he's excited to be able to explore new corners of the galaxy and that he's having a blast developing it. So it seems that Rian Johnson is still very much committed to bringing his unique vision to the Star Wars universe. And while it may still be a while before we see any official updates or announcements about the trilogy, it's good to know that the project is still moving forward. Overall, it's clear that Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy is still very much in the works and that he's excited to bring his ideas to life. As fans, we can only hope that his trilogy will be just as epic and memorable as the rest of the Star Wars franchise. Now, if only he could use the Force to make all those pesky trolls on social media disappear, that would truly be a Jedi power worth having. What do you think? Do you agree with Mark Hamill's evaluation of Star Wars: The Last Jedi? Let us know in the comments below. As always, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and thank you for watching.